Very good morning, children. Children, today we'll start with our next lesson, that is lesson number 9, and the name of the lesson is heat. Okay, children, see this image 9.1. There are various events in it. What are the causes of what you see happening in the pictures below? And write in the boxes. Okay, we just have to do this. Okay, and the next activity for you is that rub your palms against each other and put them on your cheeks. What do you all feel? And your observation is you will feel that your palms have some heat, right? And so your cheeks will also have heat, right, children? We come to know some properties of heat energy from the examples in the pictures and the above activity. The sun's heat has many effects and uses. Children, but have you ever thought that how does the solar heat reach our earth? Why does the heat in the water, heated to boiling, slowly decreases once it is taken off the flame? That means when you are keeping something on gas, okay, then there is heat, right? But when you turn off the gas and keep that utensil down, then slowly the heat changes and that thing which is in the utensil, it becomes cold, right? Or it comes to normal temperature. Why does this happen? Okay, where does this heat go? The moisture in the air cools down due to the ice cubes in the glass and collects on outside of the glass. Okay, a thermometer is used to measure the temperature of a substance, right, children? We have already studied the changes in the states of the matter caused by heat. Children, can you all tell me what are the 3 states of matter? Yes, very good. The 3 states of the matter are solid, liquid, and gases. Okay. Now we'll see about transfer of heat. Children, can you tell me why does the halwai wrap up cloth around the end of the slotted spoon while stirring the boiled milk in his large kadai? Yes, why do you think so he's doing that? And second, why do we hold a steel glass in a handkerchief when drinking hot milk from it? Okay, why does these both the things occur? The answer to it is that when we take a hot object in the vicinity of the cold one, the cold object becomes warm and the hot one becomes cooler. Okay, children, just do this activity and see. Okay, what you will observe is that object which is hot, it will become cool, and that object which is cool, it will become hot. Okay, from this we can infer that heat is transferred from a hot body to a cold body. Okay, children, transfer of heat means what, children? Transfer of heat means the flow of heat from one place to another. Okay, children. Next we'll see about modes of heat transfer. Okay, there are 3 modes of heat transfer, that is conduction, convection, and radiation. First we'll see about conduction of heat. Okay, for this we have an experiment. The materials that we are going to take for the experiment are bars of stainless steel, aluminium and copper, a candle, a burner, pins, etc. Okay children, the method is that take stainless steel or iron, copper and aluminium bars, and each about 30 cm long and having the same shape. Apply wax spots with the help of candle at a distance of 2 cm from each other in all the 3 bars. Stick a pin in each of these spots so that it is upright. Okay. Now, what you have to do is insert the ends of all the 3 bars into a flame at the same time. Okay. The main thing is you have to insert all the 3 bars into the flame at the same time, not in the different time. Okay. And observe for a while. What do you see? From which bar do the pins start falling first and why? Okay. Children, your observation will be that pins fall starting from the end near the burner. Okay. And it means that the transfer of heat takes place from the hot end to the cold end. Okay. This transfer of heat from the hot part of an object to its cold part is what is called as the conduction of heat. Okay children, the pins on the copper bar start falling first. The pins on the steel bar fall comparatively late. Heat is conducted quickly through copper. Conduction of heat through a substance depends on the property of that substance. That conduction of heat takes place through a solid substance shows that a medium is required for the conduction of heat. Okay children. Next, how does transfer of heat take place through a liquid? Okay, here in the figure alongside, that is figure 9.3, you will see what is called as convection of heat. Okay, just now we saw what? Conduction of heat. Now we'll see convection of heat. Okay, through a liquid. Okay, for that the material required is a beaker, potassium permanganate crystals, a burner, water, etc. Okay children, the method is that take some water in a beaker, heat the beaker slowly on a gas burner, drop a few crystals of potassium permanganate into the water. Now watch the water in the beaker carefully. What do you all see? You will see streams of water going upwards and coming back to the bottom. Due to the potassium permanganate, these magenta colored streams can be identified easily. When heating begins, the water near the bottom becomes warm and its density decreases, and as a result it moves upwards and is replaced by cold water coming from above. Okay, and in this manner heat is transferred by means of currents called as convection currents. Okay, and this entire process is what is called as convection of heat. Okay, convection can occur in liquid and gaseous substances. Convection needs a medium. Okay children, Now, the next we'll see one more experiment. Okay, just see figure number 9.4. This figure shows the relation between density and convection. Okay, children? The material for it is that a test tube, a piece of wax, wire gauze, a burner, a candle, etc. Okay. Now, children, what we'll do is that take some water in a test tube, wrap a piece of ice in a wire gauze, and drop it in the test tube. Okay. What you have to do is that you have to take some water in a test tube and you have to wrap a piece of ice in a wire gauze and drop it in the test tube, and it will sink to the bottom, right, children? Now, using a test tube holder, hold the test tube at a slant, means it should be the position should be slanting, okay, as shown in the figure. Heat the upper part of the test tube. Stop heating when the water starts boiling. Okay. Observe the piece of ice at the bottom. The heat does not reach the bottom even though the upper part is heated. Children, how does this happen? The density of water decreases due to heating. Therefore, it cannot sink and the process of convection does not occur. Okay, children? Now we'll see about the third mode of transfer of heat, that is radiation. Okay? Just see the figure. In the figure, there is a fire lit and hands are shown, right? And the hands are at a distance from the fire, but then too the hands can feel the heat. Okay, children? Now, let us see the procedure of this. Light a candle and stand it upright. Okay, children? Hold your hands on its two sides at some distance from the candle. Okay, children? Bring them closer. What do you feel? Have you warmed yourself near the bonfire or in the morning sun or in winter? Yes, the sun is millions of kilometers away from us, right, children? Agreed? Yes. There is no air between the sun and the earth, and the earth's atmosphere is only a thin layer of air close to the earth, right? Then, children, the question is that how does the heat of the sun reach us, right? That means what? There is some medium through which the heat is transferred, right? No. The answer to it is that the heat is transferred in absence of any medium. Okay? The transfer of heat that takes place in such a way without a medium is called as radiation. Okay? And this is our third mode of transfer of heat. Okay? In the two examples above, the heat reaches mainly with the help of radiation. Okay, children? Next, we'll see about a wonder of science. Okay? Children, here you can see a camera, right? Yes, children? Okay. Radiation of heat takes place from many objects in the nature, such as trees, mountains, stones, roads, etc. Okay, a camera has been developed which uses these radiations to make our surroundings visible at night. Okay, and such type of cameras is called as an infrared cameras. Okay, using this camera, it is possible to keep a watch on the movements of enemy during the night. Okay, when heat rays fall on an object, a part of the heat is absorbed by the object and the part of it is reflected. Okay, the ability of a substance to absorb heat radiation depends on its color and also its intrinsic properties. Okay, children? Now, children, we'll just revise what we did in this session. Okay, first of all, I had shown you some images, right? And all those were related to some properties of the heat. Okay, then we saw that when we take a hot object in the vicinity of the cold one, the cold object becomes hot and the hot object becomes cold. Okay, and from this we had inferred that heat is transferred from a hot body to a cold body. Okay, next we saw about the three modes of transfer of heat: conduction, convection, and radiation. Oh, okay, children. So we first talked about conduction of heat, right, children? There we took three things: a steel rod, copper rod, and aluminum rod, and we did an experiment with the help of them. Okay, and then we saw the definition of conduction of heat. The transfer of heat from the hot part of an object to a cold part is called as the conduction of heat. Okay, then we saw about convection of heat. When the heat is transferred by means of currents, then that is what is called as convection of heat. Okay, children, convection can occur in liquid and gaseous substances. Okay, children, and also, like the conduction, convection requires a medium. Okay, it needs a medium. Then we saw about the relation between density and convection. Okay, then we saw about the third mode of transfer, that is radiation. Okay, for that we saw two experiments, that is of the sun and hand and bonfire. Okay, the transfer of heat that takes place in the way which doesn't require a medium is called as radiation. Okay, and in the two experiments which we saw about the radiation, it does not require a medium. Okay, the transfer of heat that takes place without a medium is called as radiation. Okay, then we saw about that radiation of heat takes place from many objects in the nature, such as trees, mountains, stones, and roads. Okay, and then we saw about something that is called as an infrared camera. Okay, why is infrared camera used? It has been used so that we should mark the radiations in our surroundings. Okay, and using this camera, it's possible to keep a watch on the movements of our enemies during the night. Okay, this is all about the first part of the chapter. Thank you.